From Limpopo to Soweto, Paul's Journey of Dreams, Part 1. Parents' prayers can change your life. Paul grew up in Malamulele, a small village nestled in the rolling hills of the Vhembe District, Limpopo. The village was quiet and dusty, surrounded by endless fields of maize. Life was simple, but not easy. His family farmed a small plot of land, growing maize and tending goats. Each morning, Paul woke at dawn to help his father feed the animals and water the crops. By nightfall, he would sit under a sky blanketed with stars, listening to his grandmother's stories. She spoke of people who had left the village and carved out new lives in the city. "There's a world beyond these hills," she would say, her eyes twinkling. Paul's heart would race with curiosity. He wondered what life would be like outside Malamulele. "What if I could make something of myself?" he whispered one night to the stars. "What if I could do more than just farm?" His parents often prayed for him, asking for guidance and protection over his future. His mother would kneel beside his bed, hands clasped, whispering, "May Paul's path be filled with courage and opportunity." Paul didn't fully understand the power of those prayers then, but he felt their love and belief in him, and it gave him hope even on the hardest days. The thought of leaving home both excited and frightened him. He had never traveled far, the hills were the limits of his world. Yet, the spark of ambition grew stronger each day. Paul began saving small amounts of money he earned helping neighbors with chores or odd jobs. He carefully filled a worn notebook with ideas and plans, sketching out a life that seemed far away but achingly possible. One cool morning, with a mix of excitement and fear, Paul packed a small bag with a few clothes, his notebook, and the little money he had saved. He hugged his mother tightly, feeling the weight of leaving her behind. "Be brave, Paul," she said softly. "And never forget where you come from. And always remember, our prayers go with you." He promised he wouldn't. The journey to Soweto began with a long bus ride to Johannesburg. Paul pressed his face against the window, wide-eyed at the endless buildings, crowded streets, and the roar of traffic. Every turn of the wheels revealed a world so different from the quiet hills of Limpopo. The city buzzed with noise, color, and constant motion. Soweto, where he would begin his new life, was even more overwhelming. The streets teemed with people rushing in every direction, vendors called out from every corner, and music poured from radios, cars, and shops. At first, Paul felt invisible, just another boy in a sea of faces. He found a small room to rent in a shared house, but work was scarce. He applied at every shop, cafe, and stall he could find, walking long distances, often returning hungry. Some nights, he went to bed wondering if he had made a mistake. But each night, he opened his notebook, jotting down ideas and reminding himself why he had left home. And he would often whisper a small prayer, remembering how his parents had prayed for him, "Guide me, give me courage." Those words gave him strength. One evening, while watching the constant movement of people on the street, an idea struck him.
"Everyone seems to be in such a rush, hungry, thirsty, always moving. What if I sold snacks and drinks to them? Something small, quick, and easy." Paul reached into his pocket, feeling the coins he had brought, and thought of a few snacks he had saved from home. That night, Paul lay awake imagining a small wooden crate at a busy corner, people stopping to buy a snack, and a smile from a stranger in exchange for a treat. It was a modest dream, but it was his first step toward building the life he had envisioned, a life shaped not only by his courage and hard work but also by the prayers and hope of his parents.